All right, so a couple caulking tips on caulking your shower. So number one is to get a good caulking gun. This really makes a world of difference. This one's made by Newborn. This is called their Octogun. And what's great about it is that it's a drip-free gun. So as soon as you're done pressing the handle and thrusting the silicone or whatever you have out of the gun, it'll release the rod. So there's no additional pressure on the rod when you actually move it. So it's allowing you to see, you can see how I could just push right back on that. A lot of other caulking guns have a mechanism that prevents that. So if you have any pressure on your tube, more of the fluid is going to come out of the caulking tube. So that's why they consider it a drip-free. But one cool thing is they have a whole bunch of different caulking tools on here. So this one has a scraper, which is really great for like flat surfaces. And then this is like the perfect for a lot of these corners. I love this for all the corners in the shower because it's kind of like a popsicle stick and it's just like the perfect radius to remove. But they also have another caulking tool here which gives you a whole bunch of different options. So you can do like a 45-degree corner, you can do a rounded corner, or you can really just get most of everything out of that corner with this 90-degree sharp edge. But it's all there right on the caulking gun, which is pretty awesome. So the other thing is that when you're doing any type of silicone or really any type of caulking, everything has to be dry. You don't want to have any water anywhere present that you're going to be caulking. Water just ruins everything. So make sure that it's dry. And then second or thirdly, make sure that you put a 30-degree cut on your angle here. Now we have very tight joints all the way around this little shower ledge. So we made it like about 3/16 of an inch. But pay attention to the size that you're actually filling. If it's, if it's a 1/4 inch, cut your tube a 1/4 inch. But if you make that 30-degree cut, it really makes a big difference with being able to apply it. And the more consistent you are with the application, the easier it is to tool, and obviously the less amount of caulking that you're gonna have on your actual tile. So we'll go ahead and caulk all of this with the silicone here. As you can see, I'm just being very consistent in movement. That's kind of a key thing, is just to keep moving the caulking gun so you can get a steady amount. So I'm just putting a slight pressure, consistent pressure on the actual thrust rod, and that's giving me the perfect amount to just fill that joint. Now these are little short areas, so it's a lot easier when they're short areas like this. But, when you go to release the handle and start over again, you want to maybe stop and then press it again. You don't want to continue to go and miss anything, because once you miss a section, it's difficult to fill without getting additional caulking on your joint. So it's all by consistency, and it takes time and experience to get better at this. But over time, and especially with a good caulking gun, it really makes a world of difference knowing that you're not going to get more additional fluid out of the gun than you already have. Now I have a 45-degree angle here. This is probably the most difficult one to actually do, but I'm just going to fill this 45-degree angle piece here, and it's going to be a little bit messy, but there's really no way around it when you have a 45-degree outside corner like this. And it's pretty small. We only got like maybe a 16th inch gap there. And but I felt that the silicone was going to be a better option than the actual grout. So then you can use Windex, you can use soapy water. They make all types of sprays that are made for caulking. But just spray all of your caulking, put plenty of it on there, and then this will keep you from smearing that caulking. But then we're going to take out my favorite tool here, this little popsicle stick, and then we're just going to apply pressure against both sides consistently. And you can see all that extra silicone that I pulled off of there. Now I have a perfect joint right against my wall tile. Same thing here, just put full pressure, and that scrapes it off that corner and prevents you from getting it on either side. When you don't have all those little ridges, it's actually much, much easier. Like the straight tiles are it just cleans up much more easily on that surface and right here against the floor. So it's a great little caulking tool. And if you have any additional area right next to it, you can just take the flat scraper and just remove some of that extra silicone. Now this part, this is kind of a messy. This is just a matter of smearing it across the corner here. There's really no easy caulking tool for that, really. I mean, you can use the flat side of this. It actually might help. Let's see what that does. Yeah, that works pretty well, actually. That's helpful for that outside corner. So you can just scrape that all off. Yeah, nice. You can tool it with a sponge a little bit too. That's sometimes helpful, especially right around these little tough corner areas here. Okay, and then let that dry, and you have a nice, very nice caulking job. This little flat scraper really is awesome. Because I've got a little bit of silicone right there. I could just be accurate with it and just pull any of it off.